Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Saving Sunderland. Now in today's game, of course, it's going to be the two legs of the Europa League quarter-final against Roma. And just looking how the draw panned out, I know we saw it, but I'll talk about it a bit more in depth. Who do I want to go through? I want Red Bull Leipzig out. They have some excellent players, so I want Bournemouth to go through there. I don't know too much about Hoffenheim and Marseille on this save, but just my gut instinct says I would rather Hoffenheim went through because I know Marseille can become a really top French club. And of course the Juventus Standard game. If Standard could pull off a victory somehow, that would be absolutely amazing. I really see Juventus as the main challengers between us and winning the Europa League. So since the games against Celtic, there's been 4 games in the league, the first of which was us against Southampton. We managed to win 3-1. A hat-trick from Lincoln sealed the victory for us. Paul Larola got himself sent off again, which means effectively he's pretty much dropped for me. He was challenging for Christensen for that right wing back slot, you know. But to me, now he's proved himself to be a liability at times. We then had a home fixture against Manchester United, which we won 1-0 through a 94th minute goal from Alassane Plea. He doesn't get many games played, but when he did come on today, he managed to make the difference. We then had a disappointing away defeat to Arsenal. We created a lot of chances in this game, but we didn't manage to put them away, and they were a lot more clinical than us. Goals from Dennis Mann and Phil Jones sealed the victory for Arsenal. And then in the final game of these little run of fixtures, we won 4-0 against Everton away from home. Tom Davis got himself sent off with the second yellow card in the 45th minute, but by then the damage was already done. Goals from Michael Keane in the 10 minutes, an own goal, Francisco Trincao on the 22nd minute, and Diogo Verdasca in the 43rd minute pretty much sealed the victory. He got himself sent off, then Lincoln got an early goal in the second half to seal the victory. And all of that sees us lying in 3rd in the Premier League with 9 points clear of 5th place Tottenham, which is who I'm looking at. You know, the title's pretty much gone, 9 points behind that. So the rest of the Premier League season's about consolidating our position in the top 4. So this is the team that's going to start the first game against Roma. Reykjavik in goal. Rios, Diaz, Montes at centre-backs. Christensen right wing-back. Tierney left wing-back. Guendouzi in the centre with Phil Foden and Trincao on the right. Keane on the left. Lincoln up top. Let's get into it. So we kick off against Roma, shooting from left to right. Let's hope we can do the business. This is the highlight still from kick-off. It's still going on. Guendouzi to Trincao to Phil Foden in the centre. Is he going to have a long shot? He is. Oh, very, very close. Another highlight here. Christensen on the right-hand side with a throw into Phil Foden. Lincoln gets the ball, but he gets challenged. Can Phil get there first? He can. Can he find the runner of Keane? He can. Can he get the ball back post? Trincao's back post. Oh, hits the side net, another post. We should be taking these chances. You know, we're at home. We've got to make a good account of ourselves. They've got the ball here, but Keane manages to pick it up and we can break. He needs support. Tierney. He finds Lincoln over the top. He's in behind the defence here. Can he finish? He can. That's 1-0 Sunderland at home. Absolutely brilliant ball by Tierney to set up Lincoln in behind the defence. And he's got the pace to beat these men. You know, he's got the dribbling attributes. He's got the pace attributes. And of course, he's got the finishing attributes. Tierney with an excellent ball over the top. Lincoln in acres of space. He manages to beat his man and finish it. Highlight now. Ruben Diaz cuts out a ball from Roma. Guendouzi's powering through their defence. Can he get the ball back post? He can. Moise Keane's eyes hits the bar. Can we finish? No. Another gilt-edged opportunity there, which we should be putting in the back of the net. Highlights continue in a corner to Phil Foden, to Guendouzi, to Lincoln in the box. It hits some players and it's about to clear. That's the end of the highlight. Highlight now, Tierney with a throw-in on the left-hand side. He finds Phil Foden. Guendouzi's on the edge of the box. He takes the shot, but it goes just over. And that's going to be that for the first half. A really dominant performance from us, but we haven't got the goals to show it, so hopefully we can be a bit more clinical in the second half. Highlight, high up the pitch, Guendouzi's got the ball, he crosses it into nobody. Florenzi can only clear to Tierney, to Phil Foden on the edge of the box, to Lincoln, to Guendouzi, takes the strike. What a finish, my son. As you can see here, Guendouzi tries to get the ball in, but Florenzi heads it clear. He cannot get it further than Tierney. Phil Foden slowly picks out his pass to Lincoln, to Guendouzi, and that is a hell of a finish. Top corner. 65 minutes in, I'm going to save some legs, so we're going to get Phil Foden off for Mamadou Koulibaly. We'll play him in the Carolero role. We'll get Lincoln off for Enzo Cabrera and get Alassane Plea on for Moise Keane and switch Enzo Cabrera with Alassane Plea. Now, I've took a bit of a risk using all 3 substitutes this early on, but our conditioning is good, so if there is an injury, it's going to be as a result of a challenge. It's not going to be something that is a result of conditioning. Alassane Plea plays the ball to Guendouzi. Christensen on this right-hand side gets challenged by Mario Rui. De Frel can break now. If you can find that ball over the top, we're away. Bruno Fernandes knocks it back to Moreno to Servi on this left-hand side. He plays the ball through to Defrel. He's in behind the defence. Reykjavik with a big, big save. We needed that. You know, they're getting a away goal here. It completely changes the tie going into the away leg. And the time is just ticking away. 92nd minute. We're in 93rd minute. That should be that. Referee, blow for full time. Champion. 2-0 at home in the first leg. That sets us up really well for the second leg. And I'm not expecting too many issues. Touch wood. So now that our first leg's done, we can sort of see the teams that have been performing in their first legs. Juventus got the win against Standard 2-1. Hoffenheim absolutely smashed Olympic Marseille 4-1. So that could be an interesting second leg. And Red Bull Leipzig did dominate Bournemouth. So it's highly unlikely Bournemouth are going through. So looking at that right now, you'd say Red Bull Leipzig, Hoffenheim and Juventus go through. Not exactly ideal. I would rather Red Bull Leipzig and Juventus went out. But we'll see what happens in the second legs. So we're at second leg day. We're hoping for some big performances from Bournemouth and Standard to really bring us back into this competition. But that's enough of looking forward onto the next round. We need to do a job here away at Roma and hope that our boys can pull through. They've got a 2-goal lead, so hopefully they can do the business. And this is the team that's going to start. It will be Reykjavik in goal. Montes Diaz, Rios centre-backs. Christensen and Tierney on the wing-backs. Guendouzi and Phil Foden in the centre. Trincao and Keane on the wings. And Enzo Cabrera gets a start up top. Now, obviously, it's going to be very difficult to replace the likes of Lincoln, but Enzo Cabrera is good in his own right. It's probably been a while since I've showed you his attributes, so he has been improving quite nicely. He does prefer the spot on the wings, but he can play up front as a complete forward, which is what we play with Lincoln. So I'm putting a lot of faith in Enzo. Let's hope he can do the business. Let's get into this match. And we kick off. We are shooting from right to left. Let's hope we can get a good result against Roma. They're sort of playing a 4-3-1-2 sort of system, so hopefully our wingers and our wing-backs can get plenty of the ball. Highlight, 90 minutes in. Phil Foden sends Cabrera down the left-hand side. He takes a shot and it goes just wide. Another highlight, Trincao cuts out a loose pass from Roma. Keane down this left-hand side. We know he's got the pace. Can he beat his men? Can he beat the keeper? No. Good save from Lunin. Highlight now, Phil Foden with the corner. He plays it out to Guendouzi on the edge of the box. He takes the shot. It's going to be another corner. And just to let you know, the corner came to nothing. Another highlight now. Some good work from Phil Foden, Tierney and Keane on this left-hand side to keep the ball. Phil Foden loses out though, so Defrel's got the counter opportunity for Roma. We've got players back though, so hopefully we can defend this well. Mario Rui on this left-hand side to Bruno Fernandes, to Moreno, to Servi. They're playing it about nicely. Pellegrini. Florenzi's on this right-hand side. He's got space if he can beat his man. He gets the ball in Defrel's back post. That's 2-1 in aggregate. 1-0 on the night. Now we are in trouble. As you can see here, Pellegrini plays it out to Florenzi. He's got a lot of time on the ball to be able to beat Tierney on this left-hand side. He gets a good ball in. Defrel heads in. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous now. Another highlight, Roma high up the pitch again. Florenzi with a throw into Pellegrini, gets the ball back. It hits one of our players. Can we break? No, Gerson manages to cut it out. Gerson plays the ball in. Pellegrini's back post. Oh, what was Reykjavik doing there? He came to collect from the cross, but Pellegrini's got there first and he hasn't painted himself in very much glory here. As you can see, Gerson, with all the time in the world, picks out an absolutely beautiful cross. Reykjavik comes for it, decides to bottle it, and then Pellegrini puts it in. So, half time, we're 2-0 down. This is absolutely horrific. I'm too busy thinking about the next round, I should be focusing on this game, and unfortunately, we're on the back foot now. Highlight, us high up the pitch for once. Come on, keep the ball. Play it well. Guendouzi's edge of the box. It's cut out by Florenzi and Pellegrini can turn. Plays it to Defrel. We need to be careful here. Poor pass. Moise Keane sent Cabrera away. He's got the acceleration to pull away from the defenders. Can he finish? He can. Our deputy for Lincoln, Enzo Cabrera, gets his first proper opportunity and he puts it in the back of the net. As you can see here, Keane to Cabrera. Lovely through ball. Cabrera has got the pace to beat the men and he gets into himself in a good position, puts it away. 2-1, that gives us an away goal now, so we just need to be careful to not concede too many. Not to be all technical and tactical for you. Moise Keane now has the ball. He's powering through their defence. Plays it to Tierney on this left-hand side. He needs some options here, lads. He plays it back to Moise Keane inside. He finds Cabrera in the box. Good save. Highlight now. Roma playing it out from the back. Gerson's got the ball in midfield. He finds Florenzi, who's causing us all sorts of problems down this right-hand side. He gets a good ball in. Pellegrini should be making that 3-1. We're going to make some changes. We're going to get Phil Foden off for Mamadou Koulibaly to really sort of solidify that central midfield position. We'll get Pizzella on for Kieran Tierney. He's Italian. He should be aware of Italian football and Roma, that's me thinking, and Tierney was low on conditioning. We're going to be sensible this time and keep one sub in case of injury. 91st minute, corner for Sunderland. We're pretty much sailed our fate here. Montez gets to the second goal. We're drawing 2-2 on the night, 4-2 in aggregate, and we're going to the Europa League semi-final. As you can see, a corner by Trincao. Plays it out to Guendouzi on the edge of the box. He takes the shot, but it ricochets back to Montez. And that seals our place in the semis. And that's that, full time, 4-2 in aggregate for Sunderland. We came back really well after going 2-0 down. You know, they could have had a lot of momentum going forward. They only needed one more goal to take the lead in this tie. But as soon as we got that first away goal through Enzo Cabrera, the game was done. And obviously he's came into some big shoes to fill in terms of Lincoln. And he's done himself well. He didn't have too many opportunities, but the opportunity he did have, he managed to put it away. So, the other results are in. Standard have beaten Juventus. That is absolutely insane. Is that Wakan Korea? No, it's not the one I'm thinking of, but they have beaten Juventus at home 3-0 to go through 4-2 on aggregate. Unfortunately, Bournemouth couldn't pull it back against Red Bull Leipzig. Red Bull Leipzig winning 8-4 on aggregate. That would have been a fun one to watch. And Hoffenheim progressing against Olympique Marseille. So the draw is in 2 days, so we'll quickly go through and see who we get in the semis. And I'll be honest with you, to be honest, I haven't seen the teams that's gone through and how they've gone through. The only team I'm scared about is Red Bull Leipzig, but we both know that last season we played them in the Champions League knockouts and we managed to beat them then, so hopefully if that was to be the case we could pull through with the result again. So the Europa League semi-final draw, I would like to avoid Red Bull Leipzig, but I'm not too fussed either way. Standard, I would love Standard. Standard versus Sunderland, that will be our semi-final opponent. Standard Liège of Belgium. So I've just clicked on the Standard Liège players just to have a quick look, see who's performing really well. This guy's performing excellently. He's an excellent young wonder kid from Inter on loan at Standard, so we'll have to be careful of him. Razvan Marin is another great player, really. He's really well rounded for an attacker midfielder. And they've got a couple of other good players, but to be honest with you, we should not be too afraid of going up against this team. So looking forward to that, where I will bring you the next 2 legs of the Europa League journey in the next episode. We've obviously got a couple of games in the Premier League that we'll review next time I see you. And Lincoln will miss, he's out for another 3 weeks, he will miss at least the first leg of the Standard game. He might be back sort of for the second leg. So we'll have to see how we'll progress without Lincoln. Well, that's enough from me. An excellent result against Roma in the Europa League Caesar slide in the semis of the Europa League. If we can win this competition, that will be absolutely brilliant. A European trophy to add to our League Cup that we've already won this season. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. And if you're enjoying my journey, why not get yourself subscribed? But until next time, take it easy.